I'm gonna guess that you love Helldivers for a reason that looks something like this. But what if I told you sometimes the fights can look and sound like this?
I got two that can call and bot drop on me, so I'm gonna prioritize them.
Okay. I've got one more here I can
Okay,
prioritize.
3,
Wait.
2,
1.
okay.
You see, I believe the developers have made a deep game, one that offers tons of different play styles. So that's why today we're going to look at a more tactical approach, with the classic explosions mixed in, of course. I'm joined by my teammate, and we're going to be rewatching our game and looking at our successes and mistakes when playing Helldivers in this tactical way. I think you're lucky to be here and see that today, because you'll be able to hear an in-depth approach to the game and hopefully learn something new, but also to see the most unique gameplay, as we're able to give you both of the perspectives of the game, giving you unparalleled access into a Helldive. We made this channel to give viewers something totally unique, so if you enjoy, subscribe to continue seeing videos you won't find anywhere else. So let's get into it.
First thing we do here, of course, is hit the deck and just scout out what areas that there are guys.
And honestly, that's something that I noticed in this game, is even if on our drop we tried to get away from enemies just to kind of get set up, because I definitely find if you, right when you trigger an enemy, you're on the back foot for the next 10 minutes. So, but this game, it's definitely hard not to trigger enemies even right when you land. So to just get prone right off the start has definitely been something valuable for me so far.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like there's two plays. Either you drop on the edge of map and pray that there aren't guys there, and who knows, you could get surprised, or you just drop right on objective and say, if I'm gonna fight, I might as well fight where I'm gonna need to eventually anyways. Yeah. But this is the way we elected to go, with a little stealth mission. Isaiah wanted to go do the bonus mission, so we prioritize that. Oh, and here is the first of his mistakes, I believe.
Is this game?
I
thought we
believe
quit.
so.
Yeah, one of the problems that with running on the edge of the map or landing on the edge of the map is what we're about to see. Is I enter no combat zone here, and I just figured.
Wait, let me cut you off. I say right here, oh really? Yeah, you're gonna try to make that, and I'm like, I'm not following you through there.
Traitor detected. I am a traitor, so obviously the Helldiving Corps had to do what they had to do. And it sucks because we wanted to do a run without dying, and to kind of literally off the rip here make a rookie mistake like that is frustrating. But it's one of those learning things of like, okay, we want to land edge of map, we don't want to be detected. Well, you better be aware of where the edge of map is. And in this game, it's weird because when you look at the mini-map, the edge of the map isn't actually the edge of the map. It's like there's a buffer zone that exists on your mini-map, so I definitely made a mistake there.
You know what? Now that we're seeing it, I don't know if this is the game we played.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Yeah, see. Yeah. But, you know, off the rip here, we're trying to play stealthy. You see here, yeah.
I think you said you got saw there, but it looked like
I had these guys here on the right.
These backpack guys are funny. I really struggled with this time using my taking my secondary out.
Yeah, you have your sniper out still. You die here? Oh, you were one. Yeah, little hairy. Yeah, it's, I don't know. The stealth in this game is weird because right now we're playing on.
I just saw the shield guy here. Go ahead, we're playing on.
Oh, well, we're playing on 7 difficulty right now, and last night I was playing on 5. And honestly, I felt like I had such an easy time stealthing around. I don't know if maybe somebody can comment below if they know if as you increase in difficulty levels, if there's an increase in like their capability to see you. And then this is another rookie mistake. Look at this. What a joke. The cannon turret shoots me through the valley, so I go to pick up my stuff from when I was a trader, and I get hit by a turret, so that was just super unfortunate. So we're honestly off to an awful start when you take everything into consideration.
I love fighting these backpack shield guys. It makes me feel so good. So, there he goes.
Yeah, sniper's super good against those guys.
Almost landed on a mine.
Try to take this slow. The nice thing, I guess, with these turrets is you can kind of time it up. Somehow he still cracks me on the rock, but not much damage, so. Yeah, I guess if we kind of talk, since we probably have a second here too, our builds that we actually decided to go with today, I've got really the most important thing that I think separates our builds is I'm running the rocket launcher and he's got the sniper, and then I'm running the EMF strike, and then you had...
I have the orbital laser, which I
Right.
didn't really use. I actually not certain if I use it once. I might use it once. And then I think I have my rocket pods, my sniper, and my manned turret. And now that I'm thinking, the manned turret might be a little bit redundant with the sniper rifle, just because if they're both about staying on this position and locking it down, they both kind of solve that purpose. And at times I didn't really know which one I felt like using, but they both
Buff fabricator, east, 100 meters. Rear
maybe,
sample
and
required.
actually, the guys we kind of have trouble with the most in ways are the chainsaw guys, and the best gun for taking out chainsaws is the stalwart or the light machine gun, I think.
Yeah, probably.
The stalwart you can reload on the go, which is the difference. So I do prefer it. I might carry that if I'm carrying the man turret, that just because if I need to leave position and I have lights chasing me, that I can delete them fast and use my turret for taking out bigs and holding a position down.
North.
All right.
Yeah, so what our consideration now is, I just realized that that's an anti-air gun. So
Marking location.
it's kind of a decision you have to make. So with the anti-air guns, you're going to see that our Eagle stratagems are disabled.
Tagging location.
So as a
North.
player,
Cancel
it's just
that.
up to you, like, okay, how important do I feel like having those Eagles are at any point in the game? I feel like they're definitely nice to have, and we're kind of pinched on all sides here, so we do decide to go for this.
I think if we're honest, they aren't important enough to use your time and to possibly get caught trying to take them out. So let's just be honest, we're doing it A, for fun, and B, because it adds to your mission score.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah. No.
Actually?
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, like an Eagle affected in this general area, or is it the whole map?
Yeah, it's probably
Just
within
the-
like 200 meters. So we're kind of getting surrounded here on all sides. We had a big grand plan to take out this base, and the jumpy guys get up on us. So you just noticed on my screen, you saw it for like half a frame, that guy got a bot drop off. Honestly, if I did have a critique about this game, I would say I would like if you had a little more time to register when a bot drop's going to happen. Because I think it's interesting, right? Because then it's a strategic choice you have to make. Like, okay, I need to focus the bot drops wherever that's going to spawn from. But it's just like sometimes they pop so fast and you don't actually have any time to register where it is. And I think that does take a bit of a variable of like tactical gameplay out of the mix.
Throwing grenade.
And there he is again, right? So that's another
So
bot drop.
here's my number one mistake this whole game, that honestly for next time us playing together, I'll have to keep in mind, was we kept on wanting to sneak and have guys walk past us, and I brought out my bloody turret to throw 3 times by
Sorry,
now.
can I time you out? So this is just probably my best play of the game. So I hit the strike on all these big guys, my EMP strike, and completely stalled them out. It takes about, they're down for 10 seconds. While that's going on, I'm able to get my autocannon in. So we have a Rocketeer an AT and a Hulkbuster and another Rocketeer, and my autocannon kills all of them in about 5 seconds. So that was a play I was pretty happy about. And that's one of the things I think we wanted to work on, and he was just talking about it, and I'll give it back to him in a second, is setting up almost combos, right? So that was definitely a good combo. EMF strike, turret, and you just wiped out one of the best bot drops you're going to see in the whole game in about 5 seconds. But if you can carry on with your thought, Jess.
Oh, just the 3 times I pulled out my turret to throw down, and I didn't do it so that we wouldn't get seen. And in reality, if I just threw my turret down, I could have eliminated the guys who were coming up the hill in 2 seconds. So next time I'll just throw my turret more often, because this is such a strategic position to have it. And as you can see, it does such good work from range like this. Like, I have absolutely pretty much no way of being hit and run through guys like nothing.
Yeah.
Love those animations of that hitting the ATT.
Yeah, and then we're kind of working our team chemistry here. I'm moving up as he's staying back, watching my back, and then I'll go get the hell pod down. It should make it a pretty easy kind of finish here for us. But yeah, I mean, that goes to a point about stealth. Like, we are making this video and playing the way we're playing to kind of add a new wrinkle into how this game probably can be played. But is it how it should be played? That's a question, right? Because if you just go into the game, okay, we're playing as slow and tactically as possible, you're gonna probably get put in situations we were just now, where in reality, when we realized we were getting surrounded on all sides, that's when you're like, okay, we're obviously about to be seen. Let's go on the offensive here and just be aggressive. So definitely trying to learn how to thread the needle between, okay, I'm going slow, I'm working slow, and okay, we're in a pinch and we need to just actually take the fight to them right now.
I personally, the stealth, I think, is an aspect, but it can't be everything, because actually, if I would describe what I think is most efficient, I think it's stick and move, right? But sometimes sticking looks like just running in the base without being seen.
Yeah.
You know, it's not necessarily crawling into the base, but just not getting stuck in a spot and fighting endlessly, which is what we got caught doing on the hill a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, so we got those out. I think we're gonna push our first objective here, but if I remember correctly, we kind of get.
we get caught.
Yeah, we
here
do get
again,
caught. I know we do.
because this is where you lay down your turret, and it does not go as planned. The flamethrower just out of nowhere. I'm going to get on my turret, and then I think, oh, he's gonna blast me in 1 second with this flame. But I should have done it, because I might have been able to cut through him, honestly.
Yeah, maybe. Now you lose your turret.
And unfortunately, your turret is not in the line of sight.
No.
Tried to stay low, get up, jump back. Skip.
Yeah, that's definitely something. I don't know what the rotation speed is on all of the turrets, but I definitely feel like my sentry, or I'm using the auto cannon turret right now. So it's a bit of a heavy hitter, and I definitely feel like it kind of struggles a little bit with like speed of movement. Like, it still hasn't spun quick enough to hit that guy once in 15 seconds. So definitely that's a good learning experience. I haven't used the turrets much. And then right here we're seeing it's literally just popping off at a base that we would probably try to take out a little more tactically, and it's just rifling off at it. So something to think about is like turret placement and like how it's going to affect like even future moves. But yeah.
Requesting orbital. Requesting air support. How about a nice cup of liver tea?
Decent airstrike there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm actually a genuine question for the audience. I feel like the chainsaw guys, for how big they are, they're not quite as intimidating on the map as like a Hulk is. but I feel like they screw up my rhythm more than any other enemy in the game, I find. And those rocket guys are definitely a handful, because one little mistake and you're gone. I killed that one super fast. I killed that one. I think if you hit their eye, like even with the marksman rifle, you can get them gone in like 8 bullets, but obviously that's easier said than done when you're being chased.
Does this tower serve a purpose here?
Where are we? Sure, we are. I think we just kind of got pushed into this. Like, I don't think we really wanted to fight
No,
this.
I said run into the base because we needed cover. Right. And I'm like, use it to our defensive advantage.
Yeah, so now I try to hit that EMF strike again. I think I kind of get it where I wanted it.
He threw an EMF. I went and got my turret, thinking the guys would walk in, be frozen, and I'll get rid of them.
And yeah, see, so this is our horrible communication, and I'm screaming right now. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I knew it was gonna kill him before I killed him. He throws his turret down. I throw an eagle on it. Yeah, I get some kills, but I mean, in reality, that's probably our worst play of the game. If you think about it, right? We're about to be set up, and instead you team kill and break your game-changing turret. My bad. Shotgun shreds.
No. I just got lucky on hitting his eye there. It is better against medium, but I was actually going to say I regret going in with this gun. I always think that I need that extra armor piercing, but it just kills so much slower.
So we're thinking now, so we've got an automaton.
You actually didn't see this. You should watch this
Okay.
just because it's interesting to watch turrets take out bases.
Yeah.
And I noticed there's some bombs in there.
Just Star Wars, eh?
Yeah, but then no idea there was a Hulk beside me.
That sucks. Yeah, it's hard, man, when you get on this game. It's like right when you're on the back foot, you feel like a boxer in a corner. And it's just difficult to like get your bearings again. And I think that's why, like, and I'm not criticizing any other videos that are being made on the game, but I think that's why, like, every video you're seeing is usually just somebody essentially speed running, right? Because they're just like, I'm just gonna keep running away. Because I think to play with some level of like precision is really difficult, and especially if you make one mistake, it seems. Because right there, I think usually if we wouldn't have been in a fight there and a guy dies and all this kind of stuff, we probably would have seen that Hulkbuster.
Yeah.
But right when you're losing yourself after death, it makes it really difficult.
Isn't it shocking how many of the heavy sniper bullets it takes to take out a chainsaw
What a
guy?
close mine
Wow.
call that was. Did you even notice how we were playing?
I really don't get that smacking animation they do. It sucks.
One hit you with it before.
No, sorry, I just mean they do it from so far away sometimes.
Yeah,
Like there's like.
And here it is again, you know, the chainsaw guys just pushing you out of the fight, separating you from your teammates, making you run away from your resupplies or your sentries. I'm trying the sentry play here again. I literally brought the autocannon sentry just for these chainsaw guys because they cause so many problems for me. And, you know, right here, right now what I'm trying to do is spin them in the direction of the rotation.
Can it even look that low?
That's
like
yeah. So I finally do get it to line up, and it does pretty decent work on them. But then right when they kind of turn right a bit, you can't really scope in on them again, like, and then it gets killed in one shot. So
Well, we were talking before the game because he was saying maybe sentries are just a little too good compared to everything else. But those heavier ones seem to have their limitation to be speed.
well, so I'd used a sentry last night, and I downed a Hulkbuster in about 5 shots with that autocannon. It took care of him in about 3 seconds. but it was in a nice spot where it wasn't going to get attacked. So I put this autocannon into the game for those big guys, for the chainsaw guys. And now I'm thinking, like, do you know what you want against them? I just thought of this. Mines.
Well, see, so those guys are light armor.
Yeah.
Dropping a pin.
I have a turret. You have the anti-tank turret. That's what you were using there. So,
Autocannon. Yeah.
but it's called anti-tank.
Maybe.
And my turret that I have that I don't use is anti-light armor. So it would be more perfect for those.
So right here, this is a really good. So I don't know how much people really know about the stealthing options in this game. Again, I haven't seen much gameplay of people proning, crouching, moving super slow and methodical through the map. But this is a good example for you guys if you haven't really seen this yet of what is possible in this. So I literally prone right, I mean, what am I, 3 feet away from this guy, and there's no Q. And then another difference, me and him were talking about this earlier, is when you think about other stealth games, usually there's a lot of indicators first off on like what the enemy's thinking and like if they're about to see you, and those exist in this game a bit. But the biggest difference, which makes stealthing easier in this game compared to something like Assassin's Creed, for instance, is there's hardly any movement in the guys in the base. They don't move around. So usually in Horizon or Assassin's Creed, you'd have to think about the paths that the computers are taking around their little circuits. But in this, it's not really like that. The bugs are a bit different, but for the automatons, it's not. So for your stealthing and for your proning, if you're walking behind somebody, you can pretty much go 2 feet away from them if you're proned, and they're not going to turn around. So something to keep in mind if you want to start to try and play a little more tactically, like you're seeing here, is prone, crouch, take it slow.
So there's maybe a little bit more nuanced conversation that we can have more between playing stealthy and playing tactical. What we're doing right now is playing tactical. I have high ground with a sniper. He's on the ground getting done what needs to be done. And you saw how efficient that was. Like, not only can I see things that he can't see, but I'm also just able to help get guys off his back. And that's tactical. And not enough people are doing that.
Yes.
But stealth is we can run across the map, but if we see guys to our left, we aren't like, oh no, we're in a fight, they're going to see us. It's drop to the ground,
Yeah.
get past them, and then start moving again, right?
Yeah.
So it's not about crawling through the map the whole game and getting into the base without being seen and not fighting anyone. It's just you don't necessarily have to fight through the whole map.
Yes.
There's something here.
And I think we do it well. No, and you know what? This is something that I think is I don't know if this is a bug what you're about to see, or if it's just a mistake by me. Well, first off, we're looking at wrong guys. So he just saw me. I was kind of confused by that, and then again, we kind of get the same thing I just said. That bot drop spawned in about half a second. And I was screaming bot drop here, watch for the bot drops, and there's another flare that goes off.
But this, what happened there?
Yeah, that's it.
How did was that tank always there?
It had to have always been there. So now we're on the back foot again, right? So that's a little mistake, because even if you don't want to play stealthy, if we didn't get seen there and we wanted to be aggressive, we could have done something a lot better there. I do get a really nice eagle, but... Oh, I thought I killed you there. I don't kill you. You just died. Oh, I thought I killed you with my eagle. A pretty good eagle there. I think I took out the tank and the chainsaw guys, but again, I maybe could have tried to just help Justice before I threw that. Maybe I didn't really realize that he had guys all up on him. And yeah, now again, we're on the back foot because we're fighting these chainsaw guys. There's not really... I could try to pull out my rocket launcher here and maybe do something with that, but it's
actually
hard
crazy. My handgun, this handgun that you were hating on, it rips these guys apart.
Yeah,
it's just unfortunate it only has 4 mags, because that is what I use to fight them all the time. That and for running around ATTs.
Yeah, no, it is good. I just find with that submachine gun pistol that it's like if you're not hitting your shots, and you're just using it willy-nilly, then you just don't have it anymore. Like against the bugs, I'd have little bugs on me, and I just start spraying it, and then I would be out of ammo like pretty quick.
Yeah.
Rare sample acquired.
So
I also do like that it's good for hip fire.
yes,
Because
yeah.
you can run and shoot behind you, and the amount of rate of fire, you'll be confident you'll get some hits.
So what we're kind of thinking now is we got 15 minutes on the
Never mind.
clock.
Objective located. Northeast.
It's looking a little bit pressing, and right here I'm saying, dude, do you want the Sief artillery? The Sief artillery is just so sick that we were kind of unsure because the clock was really starting to
Reloading.
tick, but we decided to go and get it.
To me, it didn't seem worth it at the time, but once you see how in handy they actually come, you'll notice that getting it was definitely worth it for a game.
Yeah.
Because we made good use of this Sief artillery.
Definitely good use. And something else to keep in mind, they probably are just worth getting because when you have a full team, you can get the missiles quite a bit faster than obviously if it's just 2 players. But something that we did today that I didn't do previously is I noticed that usually how it goes is once you put your first 2 rockets in or artillery pieces in, then a bot party will come and try to and push you out. And so then right here, and I think this was a way more efficient way of doing it, was literally just get all of the shells right close and then put them all at the same time and get out before any bot drops come. You guys can let me know if that's something that was kind of an aberration for me, but I've definitely noticed it. Once you put the first 2 in, then usually a bot party's definitely coming to scope you out right away.
Solid clap for that word aberration.
Yeah, it's not bad,
Package
eh?
acquired. Dropping package. Package acquired.
I just hate these Sief because I find it such a
Dropping
chore.
package.
There's nothing yeah, that's sweet.
I was saying to him too that I found it so funny. But the developers for this game, quite frankly, have just impressed me so much. And I think any video game, anything really in life, it seems like that when someone cares about what they're doing, then obviously the quality of it shines through. So I think instantly, right away, this game was so big and people loved it so much. And one of the reasons why is because the developers, I think, put a ton of effort into their humor when it comes to the democracy, the capitalism, all the little side notes, the tutorial tips. It's all very funny and inspired, and it all meshes really nice into the package of the game. So I was just telling him that I noticed last night
I'm on the terminal.
that for the shells, the 2 yellow shells that you're gonna see are smoke and mini nuke. And I just was laughing when I saw it because I think that's so hilarious. Literally, it's because you don't know once you load these which ones are which. So you better communicate with your teammates which one is which, because if you see a yellow one, you can't just be sure it's going to be smoke. It might be a mini nuke. So you can just imagine guys that were like, oh, I think it was yellow. It's probably smoke. Throw it right on me and smoke me out. And they drop a mini nuke on their own team. Again, I just think that's the developers really thinking about every aspect of how this game
We
fits
just
together.
ran past a perfect example of we ran into 10 chainsaw guys. I think most people would have been like, uh-oh, they're right on us. Let's get them before they start running at us. But we just saw it. We knew we could bend out right.
Yeah.
And we just didn't engage. Because there were guys over on the right, too. There were guys in front of us, so we would have been triangulated really fast if we provoked a fight there.
Yeah. And leading up into this engagement, you guys are going to see this is probably our best example in the video of tactical gameplay. This is a bit of stealth, but also tactical. So he's going left. I'm going kind of a little more inside the base. And he's going to scope out 2 normal bots. And those are obviously bots that can call in bot drops. I'm going to notice that I have 2 as well on my right. So we're saying right now,
Do you want to be sick
Yeah.
next time?
I was thinking
Drop
about
that
it.
down.
I was thinking about it. Yeah, we're kind of talking right now. Okay, make sure the bot drops don't happen. We'll deal with the bigs after that. So
And then we call out our shot
Yeah,
time as
time
well,
it up.
so that we do it at the same time. I'm able to get rid of 3 here. And
bad accuracy right there.
yeah, that's pretty much everyone that can call anyone in. So
I mean, so when you think about this was one of our main objectives, and we just dealt with the entire engagement with no bot drops in about 15 seconds.
And that is the most important thing is, I think, as you were saying with the Seif, that you think guys come and stuff. I don't really know if much personally in this game provokes guys to come. It's just bot drops and it's random patrols.
Yeah.
Random patrols will walk near you, and if they see you, the guys among them will call a bot drop. But if you prioritize the bot drop guys and communicate not to fire at the same time, it's all about beating the bot drop. Because once that wave starts,
it's hard to stop. Yeah, 100%.
I'm on the terminal.
And even right here, I think, like Justice was saying a second ago, that was a good example of us not engaging. Right here, I can see that there is an enemy army essentially right on the other side of the fence. You know, I think a lot of players right here, and we're not the best players in the world, but I think a lot of people right now with how the game is played, which is hyper aggressiveness, they would have just, hey, let me call in a Seif artillery on that army right now while they're not looking. But again, as far as I understand, we just get this computer going and we dip right out. And we're trying to limit the fights we get into right now because, again, 10 minutes left. The time is really starting to tick. So to not engage there, I think, was definitely the better move.
as you say that, I'm marking a fight for us to go get ourselves into. But pick your battles.
And then, so this is bad communication by us. We just get split up right here. So he's moving back towards the army that I just
Well,
was
but
talking
here's
about.
a problem. You don't have a compass, hey?
I shut it off for the...
So, okay. Because when I lay a compass marker, I kind of think, you know, we're going to move to... Anyway, but I don't know he goes out the back. But probably the better move, so I follow him out the back.
And then here's a good example. Again, I think right here, based off the gameplay that I typically see in this game, is people would just start shooting. It's just a bunch of small guys. Hey, get your buddy with you and just tag him up. I guess a variable that has to be considered as well is there's only 2 of us and not 4, right? So in a 4-player game, you could probably just delete you could delete that whole group right there in 2 seconds and it wouldn't be a problem. But
You
for this-
could, but there could be another one
Yeah.
right behind that sea container, and
Yeah.
then he fires off a bot drop, and now
Yeah.
you're in a mess.
And then I'll lead up again here too. Again, this is going to take honestly probably months of the community kind of figuring out. First off, we have to go from playing aggressively to looking at how to play slower and tactically to figure out the cues that the bots have to seeing you. Because right here I'm taking it super slow and there's mist. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not sprinting. And somehow I cue an enemy right away here. And again, that's just going to be the community kind of figuring out what triggers these bots. Because again, I don't see how they see me there. I'm not doing anything. None of the variables changed for me there compared to what I typically do. So if you guys have any thoughts on that, like what the stealth is and how it works in this game, then definitely, you know, let me know. Comment down below.
Those ships do come in crazy.
Yeah, exactly. But this, I think so this turned out to be a mistake. So I get a perfect EMS strike on them. And this is amazing. Like, look at how long this thing lasts. It's still going. I think I'll spin around here in a second to see again if they're chasing. They're still stuck. So now we've just bridged 100 meters.
Tagging map, west.
The mistake is these guys aren't going to stop. And we should have just, if I just threw an eagle right there, they're gone from the game. But instead, you just leave them, keep running. Oh, there's only 7 minutes on the clock. And that will prove in about 2 minutes to completely drain us and put us really on the back foot. So and if I keep going on that thought, last night, I had an army that I thought I outran. I was probably 200 meters in front of them, and they didn't stop. And right there, I should have known, get rid of them because they're not going to stop chasing.
Requesting air
So if you can delete them, get rid of them. And that's the difference, I guess, between what you're saying is stealth and tactical.
Yeah.
It's like right there, you're locked into a stealth attitude, when in reality, I should have been more aggressive there.
I have in my mind that I can put an eagle on a group and that it'll just arrive there in a second
Yeah.
and clean them up. But the small guys, they move too fast.
Yeah.
That I shouldn't be so certain.
Now they're right on us. I see a big army right here, and it's chainsaw guys. I think I get a decent eagle on them right here. A little short on my throat. But think I still got a few, I hope.
I just can't believe I don't use a laser.
I got none. Yeah, laser would be nice here. But even thinking back, that was probably just a mistake in general. I don't even think they saw us. And I threw an eagle on them.
Yeah.
No mag.
This guy's, I'm literally thinking there, this guy's got no arms.
Yeah.
How is he gonna hurt me? And then they start stomping.
Is that a hopeless one? I look at it, my survivability here is nuts. I have no stims. I had pretty good survivability there that whole time. You die, unfortunately. I try to get your sample.
Calling in reinforcements. Calling down supplies.
I probably should have threw you further away because now you're right in the mix.
When you
I'm
die,
still
though,
alive,
you
man.
just want to get right back in the mix. So you can.
I just got shot into them. I got hit again. I'm one hit again. And now I'm looking for the resupply to be able to get some stims.
Like so I kill myself here because my thing actually goes on top of them. So then it ends up following me.
Yeah, I just saw that.
But I shouldn't have thrown that anyways. I should have, because they're too quick. Just like I said, I should have thrown a laser.
Reinforcing.
Or even nades.
Tagging
True.
location.
Or was that me that just died? Yeah, I was watching your stream.
Democracy has landed.
And now when you think about it, so now, and this is kind of the cool thing about this game, I think, is, I mean, as a gamer, when you play, especially with FPS shooters or just shooters in general, most of the time, you're rarely having a decision you made 3 minutes before really changing the flow of something so far later into the game. But we have been talking a little bit now about the clock management, and I decided to throw an eagle on that group of chainsaw guys. I threw it short, which I mentioned. Don't eliminate any of them. Now we've lost 3 lives. The time, we've probably lost about 3 minutes, and we're still fighting, trying to get each other back. And that is...
So if I
and
may,
that's that ripple effect that I think is interesting, because you don't see that a lot in other games.
Yeah. Something I want to focus on doing more is what I'm doing right here after I throw Isaiah in. So I'm like, I'm not getting all the way out, but I'm just going to back up a bit, find where the most strategic position is, and put down a turret and just say, I am holding this area.
Yeah.
You know? And no one's going to be able to reach me up here because I got the high ground, I got sight, and this thing can kill guys fast. So when you're kind of on the back foot, just so watch out.
Wow. That's crazy.
He said he didn't hurt that guy any, so I'm surprised that I ran through him so fast.
That's pretty good. No, but it's a good point. Like, again, I think that's going to be the learning process. Right now, in the life of the game, you're not seeing people even playing tactically, right? And I don't even honestly know if this video has done a great job of that. I don't think we played up to what we really wanted. But that's the objective, right? Trying to time up our shots and trying to set up plays, essentially. And for right now in the life cycle of the game, it's all about aggressiveness. And then soon it is going to turn into, I would imagine, a little more tactical gameplay. And I'm bringing this up because of the play he just did with the turret.
Requesting advanced
If you were in a real warfare situation, I mean, the #1 rule is getting the high ground. So and like, if you had the gear that you would do, that is literally what you would do. You'd get a turret up on the highest point. And I'm sure some people are doing plays like that, but I think it's going to take a little more time for people to like put 2 and 2 together of like, this is how you effectively beat this. I'm not interested in just sprinting through the map and kind of cheesing my way through the level, but I'm actually taking a look at my terrain, taking a look at what stratagems work well together. And that might, again, take some time for the community to kind of get all that. But that is one of the cool things about this game, if you want the game to succeed long term, is it's not a one-trick pony. And it's fun to play aggressive, but it's also fun to take, literally, it's going to take hours and 100 games to like figure out the best way to play. So that will definitely help its long-term health of the game.
What I would like to see most is just increased mission variability, you know, ones where it's like you have to play like a ninja here, you have to play like a defensive wizard here, you have to play like a hot-handed guns blazing here, because which the 10-minute ones are that blazing style, but the more variety we get that actually require you not to be a one-trick pony but be able to play the game in a variety of ways, could
Yeah.
be interesting.
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite part now, the launching of the ICBM. If I may, Isaiah called out that there were a bunch of chainsaws here. He's like, don't let them see you. But with my turret, I'm just like, I don't care. This turret is so awesome when you got the higher ground there that they are just nothing.
Yeah, that's impressive stuff, actually. An 8 spree.
Well, we did quite good throughout this entire match, so our extraction really wasn't anything too crazy, so I'm just going to kind of jump to the end here and give you guys our closing thoughts.
I'm actually I'm proud of the run. I mean, it's 2 players on level 7, and none of our ship is upgraded yet. I didn't even have a booster equipped, so I don't know. I mean, realistically, that was pretty good. I think with a little more strategic play, like, I don't see why we couldn't challenge 8 and playing like this. And
Especially if I use my laser.
I didn't use any. We didn't play very. We honestly didn't play very good. And we've been at a
We
little.
actually played tactical. We just lost sight of some of
Yeah.
the most actual overpowered things of this game that are meant to work to our advantage. For me, obviously, that being the laser and
Yeah.
my strats.
Yeah. No, it's true. So it's a little hope though for I think Helldivers out there is I'm a level 16, he's level 18, nothing crazy, not a ton of experience on the game. I don't have all the unlocks. None of our ships are upgraded yet. And again, like I said, no booster. And you're putting 4 stars on the table on level 7. I don't see why you guys couldn't go out there with a buddy, play it properly, and play on Helldive. I don't see why you couldn't do that.
Yeah, no, we would have Helldive unlocked at this point. It's just we jump from planet to planet so much that we never complete all 3. But I'm actually would really like to get that done because I'm interested in seeing what the challenge is actually like.
100%. Yeah. Well, that pretty much wraps. Thank you guys for watching. Definitely subscribe if you like this approach to presenting gameplay. This is going to be something we're doing all the time. If you like the multiple POVs, again, that's kind of our bread and butter here. NoFill, we play Call of Duty, Overwatch, X-Defiance dropping right away. So if any of those sound interesting and seeing our team tackling those, definitely subscribe and click right here to see our most recent Helldivers video that we did as a team.
Don't be a scrub. Like and sub.